All right. Who had the best rap album in 1988? This is the list of the albums in 1988. Public Enemy. It's taking Nation of Millions to hold us back.
Damn it.
NWA, Straight Outta Compton. Eric B. and Rakim, Follow the Leader.
Yeah.
Big Daddy Kane, Long Live the Kane. Boogie Down Productions, By Any Means Necessary. EPMD, Strictly Business. Slick Rick, The Great Adventures. Ultramagnetic MCs, Beatdown. MC Light, Light as a Rock. Run DMC, Tougher Than Leather. Bismarck, Going Off. DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, he's the DJ, I'm the rapper. Too Short, Life is Too Short. Fuji Rapping, DJ Polo, Road to the Riches. Ice-T, Power. Kid and Play, Too Hype. Rob Bass, DJ Easy Rock, It Takes Two. Jungle Brothers, Straight Out the Jungle. And Salt and Pepper, Assault with a Deadly Pepper. That's the debate for 1988.
Man, that's hard, dog. I don't think I can answer that. It's like at least 7 on that list that could be number one.
Damn, you said everybody could be number one on that list?
Everybody could be number one on that list. That's not fair. How they gonna come at somebody like that?
It's not supposed to be fair.
Damn, 88 was crazy, yo. Dog. That Public Enemy album was crazy as is. Between that and NWA, come on, what for? Long Live the Cave.
All right, so do we, being as though that was more than 10, do we break it down to top 10 or top 5?
See, I'll be biased and I'll say Big Daddy Kane.
I know I was in high school when that came out. So for me, Public Enemy was treacherous movement. That was a treacherous movement.
Them niggas was different. Them niggas was definitely different.
I actually went to the at the Spectrum. You know, it ain't the Spectrum no more. But I went to both of those concerts when it was LL, Public Enemy, you know, Run DMC, who was headlining. I went to both of those concerts.
I bet they both was lit.
They both was lit. In the first concert I went to, I was on the floor, like second section. I could see the stage like dead in center. The second time I went, I was still close. I was off to the left, but I was closer to the stage than I was the first time. I went by myself.
Damn. I remember around that time, yo, that's when niggas had them white t-shirts with the faces on them for the shows and shit. You remember them t-shirts? The white t-shirts and shit? I remember that time.
So how crazy is that list?
That's a lit ass list, and that was a lit ass time for hip hop. I think that was a birth of an era, yo. That was the birth of the new era.
Yes.
That's like
that was the era of
bars.
It was. This
is when battle rap started. For real.
That list is so crazy. Like even like with throwing MC Light in there, like act like we wasn't listening to Light.
We listened to the Salt and Pepper. We listened to the Chicks too. That was a lit time.
That's a crazy topic. That's a crazy topic for a podcast. And if you think about it, we know that Rakim never cursed in his neither did Run DMC.
That's crazy to do that for all those albums and not curse and still be hot.
Yeah, I'm on that page with you. I'm on that page. Like let's make this shit work.
I don't even like debating with nobody about Rakim because Rakim is like in the class. No, Rakim is something.
Do you realize that when you hear Fresh Prince, and I'm that old that I still can call him Fresh Prince.
Me too.
That Summertime. If you listen to Summertime, he had that Rakim flow.
He laid back. But this is what a lot of people don't understand about the Fresh Prince. Before he became a TV show person, movie star, this nigga was actually a dope rapper, yo. And that beatboxer, what's his name? Ready Rock C. Man, them niggas was crazy, man.
I asked DJ Belly who was a better beatboxer, Dougie Fresher or Ready Rock C.
Mm.
And I went back into Wawa a couple days later. I go there every day, but a couple days later he said, "Tone, you fucked me up with that one, but I gotta give it to Ready Rock."
Ready Rock is crazy. He even had like Fresh Prince could even beatbox.
He said you fucked me up with that one. I had to go back home and pull up shit.
Yeah, you
And
have to.
when we want to talk about shit, let's make sure that shit is important.
Yeah, this definitely is important right here because that list is fucking crazy.
I heard an interview with Mad Skills. He was probably on the Breakfast Club or wherever he was at. He was like, he came up to New York because they had a contest. The one contest was a jacket and a watch, but the other perk was you get a demo deal. He was like, I knew I was the best. That. And he was like, such and such was there, and he was like, he said Jay-Z was around. He was like, I killed Jay-Z. Like I'm a better rapper than Jay-Z. So anyway, the contest, they did the contest, and he didn't win the jacket, but he won a demo deal. And he was like, no, I want the jacket. I want to be the best. But you know what I mean? He was like, no, you got the demo deal. And he said when he walked out, Jay-Z was out there battling motherfuckers, just destroying motherfuckers and shit. And he kept, like, whoever Jay-Z man was, representative, I don't want to say that, cause he was like, yo, you got the demo deal. He kept saying, like, let me get the Jay-Z. I'm better than him. And boy was like, yo, chill. And then he said, Jay-Z had came to Timberland's studio one time with one song. And he repeated the bars. He was like, Jay-Z came, Timberland wasn't there. And he said Jay-Z heard the track. He started bouncing a tennis ball off the wall for like 15 minutes. And he was mumbling. 15 minutes bouncing a tennis ball off the wall. And then he said he went in the booth and in one take did the song.
Yeah.
And left and said, tell Tim, holla at me. And then he started repeating the song. And he was like, oh no, that nigga's him. That nigga's him. You got K Solo, you got Lords of the Underground, you got Poor Righteous Teachers. K Solo, he wasn't a one-hit wonder. He had his album was crazy, and I remember we thought that was Redman brother.
I did too.
I'm just saying it's crazy. So when you look at it, it's like K Solo, Lords of the Underground,
Poor Righteous Teachers,
Poor Righteous Features. So that's a different category because it's not 1988.
That's definitely 90s.
So it's a lot of different scenarios where you can categorize it. And I was talking to my brother, like, where would you categorize the list that I gave you? And Salt and Pepper would be not in the top 10. Rob Bass would not be in the top 10. Certain people would not be in the top 10. But as far as shifting the culture,
I would think Salt and Pepper would be in the top 10.
We're not talking about selling records. And we're not talking about, like, they didn't shift the culture.
Okay.
They shift the culture, but we talking about Fuji Rap. We talking about Big Daddy Kane. We talking about Rakim. So even though that the list is long, it's like, do you do a top 10? Do you do a top 5? In no certain order. Like, yeah, I could put Public Enemy in the fucking top 5 because they shifted the culture. I'm gonna even say this. 3 Times Dope, like, even on some silly shit. 3 Times Dope. Act like 3 Times Dope wasn't 3 Times Dope. Weak at the Knees, Dividends. It's a difference in a one-hit wonder and somebody who had like four bangers on their joint. If you coming from our era, if you had 4 bangers on your joint, that was dope.
I'm trying to think what artist had a clean zone all the way through. Who the first artist to do that?
The first person that I can listen to without pressing pause was Slick Rick. That was the first person I never had to press pause on.
Right.
And you know, today's word is pause, pause, pause. I never had to press pause on the Slick Rick album.
Or fast forward.
I never had to press pause and or fast forward on the or skip.
That was artist storytelling, right?
Yep. The Adventures of Slick Rick or whatever. That was the first person, and back then I was like 16, 17. I never had to fast forward this shit. And then you got Camp Low. They was dope. Pete Rock and CL Smooth. It's so many different. Even Redman.
That's my favorite rapper all the time.
Yeah.
Redman, if you listen, I'm his biggest fan.
So when we talking about this hip hop shit, it's like you got Camp Low, you got Poor Righteous Teachers.
Yeah.
Is Camp Low in the same category as Public Enemy, or is it different era, different scenario?
Shit. I mean, you could put them in the same category to the shit they rap about. That's like Arrested Development and shit like that.
No.
You can put them all in that same category. You can, because they all speak about the same shit.
Not with the PE or Poor Righteous Teachers. They can be in that same category.
Well, yeah, because Public Enemy was more raw. They didn't give a fuck. I don't know.
But can you put Poor Righteous Teachers in that category?
I don't think you can.
I think Poor Righteous Teachers was in that lane because they was trying to educate. And then let's not forget about fucking Tribe Called Quest. And that ain't got nothing to do with Public Enemy or nothing.
I was gonna say that, but now you just said it. You fucked it up for me. Beginning to the end. Low End Theory and to the other joint, Midnight Marauders. Low End Theory? Midnight Marauders. Beginning to the fucking end.
Beginning to the end.
And that's around the time
we talking about that shit. You ain't had to touch your fast forward button with Tribe Called Quest. Let's talk about that. That be the topic. What artist did you play in your tape deck? Because it was tape decks back then that you never had to press fast forward.
Tribe Called Quest is one. Leaders of the New School, second album.
The number one nigga that you never had to press fast forward on was Nas.
Oh, fucking right. It's like if you want to
never press fast forward on a Nas album. So what we talking about? What we doing here? Nas said, I didn't pick the hottest beats on purpose because I wanted you to hear what I was saying. I heard him say this out his mouth. It affected his audience. He ain't got no worries about who gave a fuck about his choices. Wu-Tang did a lot of karate shit that niggas wasn't ready for. We all grew up on karate shit, and it was like when you integrated karate with hip-hop, it was like a little bit, even though it is and always will be dope, it was like, oh shit, this ain't what we used to. So you gotta understand, like, when motherfuckers like plug into shit that motherfuckers not used to, even though it's dope, motherfuckers don't be understanding that how dope certain shit is because they not used to it.
It just comes to how a lot of new listeners, new generation of listeners is listening to music.
Yeah, because we don't even really listen to jazz unless you sophisticated. And that's where music really came from.
Yeah.
And even talking about, you know, if you was in the fields and in the church music.
That's what I'm about to say. I think it came from the church music first.
The church music. So don't nobody want to hear church music unless you really locked in, tuned in, and understand what the fuck that shit is. So that's where it really started from, because working in the fields, I'm going to get through this day. Sure,
a lot of the greatest musicians, family, or themselves came from churches.
Yeah. In my opinion, I think all of it came from slaves being in the field.
Yeah, y'all need to learn the history. hip hop, man. A lot of y'all are ignorant.
You can't talk about how old hip hop is. Hip hop started before you. Now, I'm not saying directly to you, but the people whoever listening, whoever started liking it. It started before you. So where do you think it came from? It didn't start as soon as you started listening to it.
Yeah.
It didn't start from drill music.
And it definitely didn't start from the motherfucking Island Boys either.
Man, I wouldn't even put that shit on my fucking radar.
Oh, nigga.
Them retarded ass niggas is stupid. You got 50 million tattoos on your face and you want to fucking do fighting events and you can't fight. Nigga, shut the fuck up and sit your ass down. You want to hear that shit?
Yo, this shit crazy out here, yo.
If you want to get into a genre of motherfuckers who had to struggle, who had to plug fucking their equipment up to the park and then go back home and still had to eat oodles and noodles or grilled cheese or fucking like, nah, nigga, that ain't the same fucking that ain't from the same mold. That ain't from the same. I got it from the mud, nigga. They might come up from a good background, but they got skills. That's respectable. But don't start talking about the grimy shit if you didn't come up from the grimy shit.
You got singers that's grimy as fucking more than these rappers, yo. Chris Brown, one of them niggas.
I would say it came up in a not so good situation. He's one of the greatest. That nigga is the closest nigga to Michael Jackson than anybody.
Right. They say Micah Usher, dog. Micah Chris Brown.
Okay, let's talk about this. This is another topic that we need to talk about. If motherfuckers was still alive, if Biggie was still alive, if Pac was still alive, if Marvin Gaye was still alive, like, do you not know how music would be if Marvin Gaye was still alive, if Luther Vandross was still alive, if Pac was still alive, if Biggie was still alive? Do you not know how music would be different?
Whitney Houston.
Yes.